Tell me, I implore you. If you love me, do you love me? Love me, dear, as I love you.
Faithful shepherd with thy dignity, is quite truthful I must be. Though your vows of love be leaving, no, I do not, no, I cannot love you quite as you love me.
Can I believe my ears? What do I learn? That my love you don't return. You do not love or love me less than I love you.
No, no, shepherd dear, what's the blind? Surely my meaning you can find. Be sure I love and love. I love you more than you love me.
Love me more.
I love you more.
Sing that again and let me
Love you, shepherd dear. The world is filled so gay when you are there alone.
Joy is more than I can bear. I walk on air, tra-la. I walk on air, tra-la. We walk on air, tra-la, 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 tra-la.
Really? I didn't know my daughter was so advanced. Singing like that. Oh, remarkable.
I told you, Lucia, she's the most active of all my pupils. And now, as the plot unfolds and as they love each other, she is betrothed to another.
Very awkward for her.
As you so wisely say, good Monsieur, very awkward. But, of course, you will understand the shepherd wants to know what she intends to do, and we shall hear. Dearest shepherd, as sweet as May, though we love beyond all measure, if a father show displeasure, dare a daughter disobey.
I will answer.
You will answer.
I will answer, hear me pray. Cupid knows, love discovers. Wings of building heart and wonder. It is love I must obey.
It is love she must obey. It is love she must obey.
She's a hussy. If she were my daughter, I'd have something to say.
I've no doubt you would, monsieur. But as the plot thickens, as they say, the shepherd and the shepherdess plan what they are to do.
Yes, well, as that doesn't interest me in the least, then I don't want to hear it. Good day.
But monsieur, that is the most important, indeed the main theme of the whole composition.
Oh, it may be, but I can do without it. Good day.
But monsieur, I understood you were fond of music.
Yes, I am, but I only like music that I've heard before. Good day.
But monsieur, you have to hear music for the first time.
Why?
Why? But monsieur...
Good day. I must say, for a musician, you seem very deaf. Good day. I thought you said you had a lot of other distinguished pupils. Why, perhaps you better go to one of them.
But monsieur, I put them off.
Well, then go and get on with that operetta of yours.
Ah, there, monsieur. One has to wait for inspiration.
Then go and wait somewhere else. Goodbye. Oh, where are you going?
To take him out.
He can see himself out. Oh, where are your manners? We have guests. Oh, there you are, my dear. For your own sake, I wish you'd been here sooner. You would have heard young Tomas say some very beautiful and eloquent things, both to myself and to Angelica.
Yes, and for a wedding present, he promised she shall watch him dissect a corpse. A corpse?
Hold your tongue! But you are inclined to hear her accept this offer of marriage.
Corpse and all. But father!
Don't butt on me. You've nothing to say to me. But to young Tomas, and he is waiting.
That's right. I'm waiting.
I beg you not to hurry this.
Why?
Give us a little time to get to know each other, so that our mutual inclinations.
Oh, but I have mutual inclination, and I don't want to wait.
Good sir, it isn't easy for me to overcome the habits of modesty that my dear father has impressed upon me since I was a child.
inclinations and matters of the heart after you're married.
If I may interpose,
Well, of course.
as my son loves your daughter, there is no need to wait.
Good Dr. Theophilus, you are a man of great learning and understanding, and if your son loves me, as you say he does, and his consideration for the loved one is a great part of love, then he will not wish to force me where I have no wish to go.
There goes consequentium, mademoiselle. There goes consequentium. If we must view this matter mathematically and scientifically, as indeed we must, there is only so much love can be felt between two people. And my son has enough of both. Well, yes, demonstratum.
It's no good arguing with you, for they talk Latin, and there's no answering them. There'll be no argument. Angelica, your refusal to obey your father makes me even more certain than I was before. A convent is the place for you. Oh, no doubt you have your reasons for saying that. Reasons? I don't know what they are, but nor does your husband. Out of my sight! Out of this room! With pleasure! And I'll tell you this. If she takes the vow, I take it too.
No, and it's a good riddance.
Oh, and as you know, I can't behave. We might as well both be turned out before we can turn around. Where are you going? Stop here!
I'm sorry that you should be present at these family bickerings, Doctor, but they mean absolutely nothing.
That it may be, but this meeting has not turned out as I expected it. We'll take our leave.
Oh, no. Not before you told me how I am.
Thomas, the Adonis. Well, what are the patient's pulse?
Oh, he hasn't got one.
The rest,
Yes,
not to mention driftiness.
ridiculous.
This morning it just differ in the pen time.
That's right, I just temper the whatever you said.
Or more positively, the spleen.
That's clean.
Oh, Dr. Fergal says it's my liver.
Doubtless that is effective too. He orders nothing only but roasted meat.
Boiled, only boiled.
Quite right. Dr. Pagan knows his business. You're in good hands. This marriage is to be consummated, as was arranged. Inform me of my house before tonight. Come, to us.
Now see what you've done.
Dear husband, if only you take my advice.
No, my sweet wife, no. I love you more than anything on earth. But Angelica is my daughter, and I am quite resolved. Master Lawyer, can you at once drop a marriage contract?
Indeed I can.
And will you then take it to Dr. Theophilus at his house within the hour?
Most certainly.
Then you will do so. And you, Angelica, you are not to leave this house until after the wedding ceremony.
God of love discovers ways of helping parted lovers. It is love we must obey. It is love we must obey.
There's that damn fellow still hanging about the place. Normal? Ridiculous! Why this damn thing isn't working? Nothing's to be trusted nowadays. Nothing and nobody. Well, how's my pulse? Oh, thump, thump, thump. Oh, my poor heart. How it beats. Oh, there must be something wrong with it. Oh, very queer. I can't seem to find it. Oh, but this is the one that young Tomas couldn't find. He does know his business. God help me. This must be very bad for me. This one, galloping like a racehorse. And here, there's nothing. I'm all lopsided.
Husband? There's something going on here in this house that's very wrong.
There's no need to tell me that.
It's something more than wrong.
I'm afraid you might be right.
It's dangerous.
Dangerous? Good God, send for the doctor.
Husband, if you please, listen to this.
Listen to this. Listen to my pulse. Thump, thump, thump.
Just now, upstairs, walking along the passage, I passed your daughter's door.
Which one? Which door? Which daughter? Angelica or the Louise?
Angelica, of course. I stood there, thunderstruck. What do you think I heard?
How should I know?
Voices.
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 You stood outside Angelica's door and you heard voices.
That's what I'm telling you.
What did you expect to hear?
Not a man's voice.
Merciful heavens, what was he saying?
I couldn't hear. So I opened the door and I went in. And what do you think I saw?
Well, I wish that you would tell me, dear one, and not keep asking me these questions.
There, kneeling before your daughter, was a young man. Her hands in his, and he was kissing them.
Kissing her hands.
Yes.
Disgusting. Who was he?
I don't know.
Didn't you ask?
He gave me no chance. I stood there in the open door. Angelica looked up and saw, gave a cry, and snatched her hands from his.
Well, what did he do?
Well, the young man turned and saw me, leapt up from his knees, pushed past me at the door, bounded down the passage, ran down the stairs, and has just left the house.
What did Angelica say?
I didn't wait to ask her. I've come straight to you. She's your daughter, and you must deal with her.
Oh, this couldn't have happened at a worse time, with only one pulse functioning.
Pulse or no pulse, my dear. She's your daughter, and you must do your duty.
Duty.
Of course.
Oh, very well. If you wouldn't like that, send her to me.
She'd only lie to you. I have a better plan.
What?
Your younger daughter,
Little Louise, what's she to do with it?
sitting in the corner, in the same room, as quiet and as demure as if she were in church, was Louise.
Was she indeed? Splendid.
Are you out of your mind?
Surprisingly, with all that I have to bear, I'm not.
Husband, I don't understand you.
Well, you will in a moment. But first, tell me this plan of yours.
Well, whatever Angelica is up to, and she's up to something, Louise knows of it. Angelica isn't afraid of you, but Louise is. You're much more likely to get the truth from her.
Well, you're always right, my dear, but this time you're more right than you know. Now, I will tell you something. I'm not quite such an old fool as I might look.
Darling, I'm sure you're not.
Bless you for that.
You couldn't be.
Like, as I was saying, I thought Angelica might try to run away or be up to some kind of mischief, which, as you say, she is. So I told little Louise to keep an eye on her.
You did?
I did. To watch and to listen. So you see, when she was sitting there in the corner, as quiet and as demure as if she were in church, she was doing what I told her, watching and listening, to come and report to me.
If that's so much the better. But if she's deceiving you...
Louise deceiving me. It's ridiculous. Why, I'll get the truth out of her. Never fear. Why, if need be, I'll terrify it out of her. She may be my own daughter, my own flesh and blood, but she'll rue the day that she was born. So go and send her to me.
I'll go get her.
Oh, dear, dear. Oh, I don't like this at all. Poor little Louise. This calls for a drop of something. Something from my heart to stop it beating. I think that's what I want. Oh, I must keep calm. I mustn't get out of control. This is a strain. A nervous strain. Why, perhaps something from my nerves would be the better. After all, oh my, this is enough to upset anybody. I won't be able to handle it if I allow my nerves to get the better of me. Now, which shall it be? I think the nerves. Ah, here she comes. Oh, there you are. Come in. Well, what are you doing there? I said come in. I said come in. Here, in front of me. Hold up your head. That's right. Now what have you got to tell me?
To tell you, Father?
Yes.
Nothing.
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 You've something to tell me, and I want to know it.
If you like, I could tell you the story of the rape and the fox, or the ass's skin. I know that in my heart.
Ooh, I'll give you ass's skin and a sore one. Now listen, didn't I tell you to watch your sister for me?
Yes.
And have you?
Have I what?
Have you watched her?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have.
And I told you that if you saw or heard anything unusual to come and report to me.
Yes.
And have you?
Have I what?
Have you seen or heard anything unusual?
No.
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 Today, within the last hour, within the last few minutes, you haven't?
No.
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 Are you quite certain?
Quite.
Oh, this is monstrous. Only a few moments ago, your stepmother came in and told me that she'd been in your sister's room, and that you were there too.
Yes.
And there was a man kissing Angelica.
Yes.
Isn't that unusual?
No. Anyhow, I didn't see him.
Didn't see him.
No, I shut my eyes.
What were they saying?
I didn't hear.
Didn't hear.
They were whispering.
Oh, this is enough. More than enough. Too much. You're not telling the truth, and so you must be punished.
No!
Yes.
Oh, my dear father.
Don't dear Father me.
It was my sister.
What?
She made me promise not to tell you, but I will. I'll tell you everything.
No, yes, you will. Indeed you will. But after you've been punished.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. You're my daughter, and I have a duty towards you. For to lie is very wicked. And if I don't punish you, then heaven will. So this is something that you ought to be grateful for. Now turn around. Bend over. Be quiet. I hardly touched you.
Hardly touch me. You have killed me. I think I'm going to faint.
Faint?
The room's going round and round. Everything's getting dark. I think I'm dying.
Dying?
Yes, and I hope I am.
Louise! Oh, dear poor little Louise. I didn't know my own strength. That's what it was. Louise! Oh, heaven forgive me, for I'll never forgive myself.
It's all right, Father. You needn't cry so much. I'm not quite dead.
Oh, heaven be praised. Oh, how you frightened me. But you're not being artful. You're not pretending.
I'm going up again.
Louise!
Darling Father.
Sweet little daughter. But you are going to tell me everything you know.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
Well, I was sitting in my Oh, he was young and very handsome.
What did you say?
I asked him who he was.
What did he say?
He said he was her music master.
No, that fellow again. And then,
Angelica came in.
what did she say?
She said, "Oh my God, you, for heaven's sake, get out."
Oh, she said that.
Yes, and then she added, "If you're found here, everything is over." But he wouldn't go.
Wouldn't he? Well, what did he say?
Oh, all sorts of things.
What sort of things?
He said he loved her.
What more?
Nothing more.
But you said he said all sorts of things.
He said he loved her in all sorts of ways. Then he went down on his knees and took her hands and kissed them. And then stepmother came and he jumped up and ran away.
Yes.
That's all.
Oh, but I know all that.
Why did you ask?
Oh, I want to know the rest.
There isn't any more.
Louise, if you've been watching your sister, as I told you to, as you say you have, then you know a lot more than you've told me.
I've told you all I know.
Louise, this little finger of mine knows everything.
Then why don't you ask it?
Very well, yes I will. It whispered to me that there are a whole lot of things that you haven't told me. Ow! No, why did you do that?
Your little finger's wicked, telling lies. I punished it.
Oh!
Your brother's here to see you, monsieur.
Oh, my dear fellow. Now, let's have a look at you. Oh, but you look splendid. Great heavens, man. What are you doing with this thing? And why was little Louise running out of here as if the devil himself were after her?
Oh, brother, I'm very ill.
Ill.
Weak. Far too weak to answer any questions. Much too exhausted to talk.
But that's what I came to do.
Is it possible?
Nonsense, I don't believe it.
I'm very hard of hearing. And I've lost my voice.
That's a pity. I came to propose a husband for Angelica.
The music master.
Music master? Oh, he's certainly not that. Though the man I have in mind has many accomplishments. He's handsome, rich, well-connected, and loves Angelica. And what's more important, Angelica loves him.
Oh, those girls of mine, they'll drive me out of my mind.
I think they have.
What do you mean by that?
Just what I say. Anyhow, I'm glad my visit has done you a bit of good.
What?
Well, you seem to be able to hear, and you've recovered your voice and at least a little strength. So, we'll discuss it further.
Well, I'm sorry that I have to leave you.
Monsieur Argan,
What?
you've forgotten.
What?
You can't walk without your stick.
No, yes. Thank you very much. It was very careless of me.
Oh, Monsieur Bergeron, thank God you've come. You'll save my mistress, won't you?
Save her?
This marriage is tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
And she's being kept a prisoner upstairs.
Prisoner?
If there were only some way of putting it off.
Well, isn't there?
Oh, the only thing that would divert your brother's mind is a new illness and a new treatment. Drastic and very urgent.
Then he shall have it.
Easy enough to say. All the doctors on his side. They wouldn't help.
Then get a new one.
That's the only way.
Can you get hold of one?
I have a thought.
What is it?
It's quite mad, but so am I.
Can I give you a hand?
No, thank you. I can help myself.
Ah, yes. I see now you're not looking so well as I first thought you were. I'm terribly sorry. I should have been more sympathetic. Oh, but you're a dear fellow, and I'm very fond of you. And surely two brothers can discuss family affairs quietly and reasonably without getting excited.
Well, I shan't get excited.
And most certainly nor shall I.
Well, then our conversation seems likely to be an unexcited one.
But if I ask you a few questions, perhaps you'd answer them.
Why shouldn't I?
That's very good of you.
Don't mention it.
Bless you. You've a heart of gold.
Gold? I doubt it. There's something the matter with it, but not that.
And such wit. Now, let me ask you this. Why, with all your money, are you marrying your daughter to a man she doesn't want?
To get myself a son-in-law who's useful to me.
It's surely a strange reason.
Strange. I should have called it eminently sensible.
Sensible.
That's what I said.
Forgive me, brother dear, if I seem slow-witted, but explain yourself.
He's a doctor, and his father's a doctor, and his uncle's a doctor. My doctor. And in a case like mine, 3 doctors are better than 1.
Ah, I see.
I thought you would.
And so I suppose when Louise comes of age, you'll marry her to an apothecary.
By God, a good idea. I had thought of it. Thank you for mentioning it.
Well, you're impossible. Sacrificing your daughter to your ridiculous illness? You, the healthiest man I've ever known.
Me, healthy.
Robust. I wish to God I had your constitution. What do you have, a man with all your bleedings and purgings and heaven knows what else? Emptying all those poisons into yourself, corroding your wretched stomach. What do you have, a man who's been dead years ago?
So you set yourself up against the accumulated wisdom of the ages.
Bosh.
Bosh. Bosh. Oh, you're an arrogant idiot. You always were.
And you're a... No, I'll not lose my temper. I'll not quarrel. Brother, each one of us, waking or sleeping, walking or sitting, is a living miracle. But like all miracles beyond our knowledge, and of how the miracle works, we know nothing. Take this new theory that the blood circulates. Does it or doesn't it? Who knows, and who will ever know?
No, you exaggerate. You always did.
Maybe. Maybe in years to come, hundreds of years, we may have more knowledge, and doctors may be of some use. Although I doubt it. But now it's guesswork, and their guesses alter every month. They do more harm than good.
Yet, when men are ill, they call a doctor.
That's proof of a man's gullibility, not of a doctor's skill.
But doctors trust each other and themselves.
My dear good fellow, the great deceivers of the world begin by deceiving themselves, but after all, they wouldn't be so good at it. And as a matter of fact, I'm not alone in thinking as I do. Well, you should come to the theater with me and see one of Moliere's plays on the same subject.
Moliere? Oh, don't talk to me of Moliere. That rogue, that fool, why, that scribbling ass, writing his silly plays against the art of medicine. Why, he ought to be punished, and I hope he will be. And I know that if I were a doctor and he were ill, I'd refuse to treat him.
I don't think that would worry Moliere. Only the other day I was at his house, and he said to me, I wish I hadn't got to act tonight. I don't feel at all well. Then why don't you get a doctor, said his wife. A doctor who replied, I should never survive the night. I'm a sick man. I need all my strength just to stay alive. Heavens alive, who's this?
Ah, my apothecary.
Now, monsieur, if you please.
Yes, I'll be ready in a moment. And now, brother, I'm afraid I must ask you to retire.
Retire.
To leave the 2 of us alone.
But I haven't said half the things I came to say.
Oh, that's most unfortunate. Some other time.
Some other time will be too late.
What do you mean, too late?
I came to discuss my niece's marriage, which I gather is to take place tomorrow.
Ah, yes, tomorrow, so there's nothing to be said.
I see how it is.
I thought you would.
You're behaving so disgracefully.
Can I believe what I hear?
You're hard of hearing. So let me repeat. You're behaving so disgracefully, with such utter selfishness, such wanton, unnatural, unfatherly cruelty that you dare not discuss it.
Dare not.
That's what I said, brother dear. If it's not your hearing you've lost, it's your conscience.
Insufferable. You don't know what you're talking about.
How can you say that when you won't even listen to me?
Oh, in front of the apothecary. Have you no family feelings?
Send him away.
Sir!
Ask him to go.
I beg your pardon.
Granted. Put off this absurd treatment. Have it this evening or tomorrow morning.
I take that very much amiss.
You can take it how you will.
I don't know who this gentleman is.
My brother.
I'm sorry to hear it. Sir, I'm a busy man. I can't afford to be wasting my time like this.
Surely you're paid for it.
That's not the point.
I should have thought it was. Well, brother, am I right? Are you too utterly ashamed of what you're doing to hear me out?
Well, of course I'm not.
Then prove it. Or show yourself a coward as well as a heartless parent.
Good Master Apothecary, are you here in an hour or half an hour, or when you will, or in a few minutes, I shall be here.
I dare not think what Dr. Perdon will say to this.
Dr. Perdon, then how should he know?
He's at your front door.
At my front door.
Sitting in his carriage. He drove me here and said wait for me. If I know Dr. Perdon, and I do, you'll hear more of this. Good day.
What have I done? What have you made me do?
Postpone what I imagine a most unsavory experience.
But you heard, what if Dr. Perdon should be angry?
Why should he be? And indeed, what if he is? You've only put off one of his absurd treatments for an hour. Well, he'll add something to his bill and drive off, apothecary syringe and all, like some other credulous idiot. Now, about Angelica.
Dr. Perdon wishes a word with you.
Here's a nice state of affairs. Good Dr. Perdon. Don't Dr. Perdon me. In all of my professional life have I been so insulted. Oh no. Have one of my remedies. Refuse? No, postpone. If anything, that's worse. With my medicines, when they are taken is even more important than what they are. Oh, it's very wrong. My brother persuaded me. Your brother is no concern of mine. He's not my patient.
Fortunately for me.
Don't be too sure. You're sickening for something. No, Monsieur Argyle, it is you who are to blame. Yes, very much to blame, and I'm so sorry. And well you may be. It was a special and most extraordinary mixture, never before administered to any living thing. One of my inspirations. Came to me in one of the long watches of the night, and I rose and prepared it for you with my own hands. You may well groan. Every separate ingredient was to have its own effect upon your every ailment. It was to cleanse your entire system at one squirt. One squirt. One squirt. I sent in my apothecary at the appointed moment. Turn to me. The syringe. Unempty. My miracle of healing unperformed. But of its errand of mercy. That constitutes not only a mortal insult to me personally, but to the entire medical faculty. You have destroyed at one stroke a sacred obligation. The unquestioning obedience of a patient to his physician. That is rebellion. The revolt of ignorance against authority. And in medicine as in society, such tolerance only brings chaos and disaster. It cannot be tolerated. It must be nipped at the bud. Here and now. At once and without mercy. You brought this on yourself. I've done with you. And so, believe me when they hear this of all my fellows, I wash my hands of you and leave you to your fate, which, I may tell you, I don't envy you. Oh! In a short while now, probably a matter of hours, you will fall into a state of apepsia. Then to eupepsia. No, not that. Then from eupepsia to me-pepsia. Then dripsy-pepsia. Then from dripsy-pepsia to a condition of York, and you will time and horribly. One thing more.
No more. You kill me. Isn't that enough?
And so that this parting should be absolutely final, here's a deed of gift I've made in favor of the approaching marriage of my nephew to your daughter. So this is farewell. I have nothing to leave you but my pity.
Merciful heavens. That's it. That's the end. I'm dying.
Brother, don't be a fool.
But you heard? All those Pepsias. They're coming on already. I feel terrible.
Don't be ridiculous. Now listen, old Paragon's threats have as much chance of killing you as his medicines have of curing you. Well, now's your chance to rid yourself of doctors once and for all.
No. I must have a doctor to look after me.
Don't be ridiculous. No. Wait a minute, what am I saying? I was forgetting.
What?
Of course you must have a doctor.
Why? Am I looking ill?
Terrible. Let's have a new one. We must find some new and drastic remedies for you and not waste a moment of time.
But where? Where can we find one? Don't they stick together like the leeches that they are? Why, there's not a doctor dare offend old Paragon.
Monsieur Argan, there's a doctor below who's called to see you.
What was that?
A doctor come to see you.
Who?
I haven't an idea.
Well, what's his name?
He wouldn't tell me.
Well, what do you want?
He wouldn't tell me that either, that he was very urgent,
Urgent?
that he must see you. He's come to Paris from abroad, only to visit you.
That's very strange.
Stranger than that.
Stranger than what?
You won't believe it, Mr. Argan, nor you, Mr. Biron.
Oh, I'm sure I shan't.
I opened the door to him, and there he stood. If I knew my mother didn't have two of us at once, I could have sworn he was my twin.
Your twin?
Yes, about the same age, same height, and as I stand here, this spits an image of me.
Well, how did you know he was a doctor?
He told me so.
Well, how? Why?
Because he's a doctor.
Well, maybe he's of philosophy or music. Oh, I'm sick of them.
Oh no, of medicine. He wore his doctor's things, a hat and a cloak, and has a little beard. But even so, I assure you, the likeness is almost unbelievable.
Well, as he's a doctor, you better see him.
Okay, very well, send him up. Well, brother, what do you make of it?
Oh, very mysterious.
Well, we shall see.
We shall. But what?
She's taking an awfully long time.
Indeed.
On which of you two gentlemen, if I may make still bold to ask, is the great and famous Monsieur Argan?
Me? Well, I'm not famous.
Jubilate to yourself, sir. Whenever and wherever doctors are gathered together to discuss their art, your case is spoken of.
You don't say so.
So many ailments, so much disease in one frail body. You are, good monsieur, medically speaking, the wonder of the age.
Oh, good gracious me.
Why, just the other day, lecturing to my students, Milan, I spent 3 hours on you. I know you inside out from head to foot.
Well, this is very surprising. May I ask your name?
That I am afraid I cannot tell you. I like I am only here for a few hours. But, well, anyways, I told you it's quite incognito, and I cannot stay here much longer.
Well, I'm sure that I'm very honored. May I ask your name?
You already asked me that. I cannot tell you that. If they should know that I was here in Paris, I shall be besieged by every doctor seeking my advice. I have cured every known disease, as well as several others. I am quite here incognito, nothing quite.
Oh, I'm sure I am very honored. Extraordinary. Most extraordinary.
May I ask what's extraordinary?
Why, your likeness to my maid.
Indeed, you don't say so. She herself said something to me when she left me, and
It's more than extraordinary. It's staggering. Brother, what do you say?
Yes. I quite see what you mean. Yes, there is some slight resemblance.
It's not slight. It's unbelievable.
My dear fellow, you're making yourself ridiculous. Now listen, we all have 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth. And if the eyes are something of the same color, the nose something of the same size, and the mouth something of the same shape, and in the same face all these features have something of a similarity, why then the likeness can be, to say at first sight, surprising.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't a likeness. It's the same face. Out of my way. I want another look. And now, young doctor, if that's what you really are, will you do me a favor?
I'm at your service, Mr. Argon.
Come nearer.
I can see you quite better from here.
But I can't see you. And I want a closer look. Much closer.
Well, as it seems I may be here for some little while, I must speak to my coachman. He can feed the horses. Did you call?
Not me.
Nor you, Mr. Baron?
No, I didn't.
Huh, funny thing, I could have sworn I heard something. Where's that doctor?
Gone to see his coachman.
Is he coming back?
Of course. Well, why shouldn't he?
Oh, well, in that case, and if you don't mind...
No! Here, hey, come back!
What for?
Oh, I'm going to get to the bottom of all this.
Of all what?
Why this incredible likeness?
But didn't I tell you? I couldn't believe my eyes.
And nor can I.
But I've got my work to do.
That can wait.
I'm cooking your dinner.
That can wait too.
Can it? You won't get any dinner. It'll burn.
Well, let it burn.
You know, I've got an idea that Antoine Ned is here and he won't come back at all.
Really, Mr. Baron? What makes you say that?
Give me a glass of water.
Yes, I'll get you one.
No, here, I said get me a glass of water from my table.
Oh,
And where are my drops?
I've got them in the kitchen.
No, I've got them here.
Oh,
He's taking his time.
I know what's happened.
What?
He's lost.
Lost?
In this great rambling house, he'll never find his way. He's probably roaming around the passages. I'll go find him.
No, here, and come back.
Really, brother, I think she may be right. And if you lose this doctor, your last chance has gone.
Well, all right. As long as you swear to me that if you find him, that you'll come back with him.
Oh, yes, I swear to that.
Oh, very well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I am indeed to see you. I came trying to start much like you are. Indeed, I was. So many passages, those tiny useless humming sections, and so many mysterious doors. This is Mr. Argon's door. I thought it must be, but I wasn't certain. find him waiting inside me. I'm just going down to the kitchen to take his dinner out of the oven, but I'll be back in a moment. What a charming maid you got. So pretty, too. So kind of her to come and fetch me. You're very fortunate. And now, Mr. Argon, I have a question to put to you.
What?
You alluded to me a few moments ago as a young doctor.
Yes.
How old do you think I am?
Well, I should say about the same age as that charming and very cunning maid of mine.
Oh, but you're very wrong. I'm nearing 80.
80!
You see, I'm my own doctor. I treat myself. I take my own medicine. And I have discovered, among other things, the secret to eternal youth.
Well, that is maybe. And now, my young old doctor, I have a question to put to you. Where's Juanette? Why hasn't she come back?
Oh! Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Put out your tongue. Close your mouth. Do you ever have headaches?
Very often.
Palpitations?
Quite frequently.
Of occasional stomach pains?
Well, nearly all the time.
Exactly as I foresaw.
No, it's no good.
What's no good?
I'm being made a fool of.
Really, Mr. Argon, enough of this ridiculous obsession. I shall begin to think your mind's going, and there's no hope for you. I'm mixing a medicine for you. One I take myself. This will restore you. One dose every day, next week, and every day you shall live 5 years.
Well, that is maybe, but I want to see Toinette.
Here I am, Mr. Argon. I've taken your dinner out of the oven. It wasn't burnt. So now I'll just go back to the kitchen to keep it warm for you so you can have the minute he's gone.
Well,
Garrett?
brother.
Hey, Garrett, come back here. I need your help. He needs my help. I'm mixing medicine for you. I'm giving your master his first dose now. I'll leave the other 6 doses here with you. But I want you to watch me mix it. So, hold the glass for me. Steady. That's right. You need help for measuring. 1 dose too little or dose too much. A matter of life and death.
Extraordinary. Why, I never would have believed myself if I hadn't seen the two of them together.
Drink this. And I make only one stipulation. In the next week, you must rest, and rest completely. No outside activities of any sort. No distractions either. None. None whatever. Neither for business or pleasure. Social or family reasons. Not much to ask. In all important. Mr. Barrow, could you see to that?
Then you know what?
Oh, yes, but...
Drink! Good. Garrett, take this glass and wipe it up carefully. There you can go. It may be a little too late to restore your youth, but follow my instructions, and I promise you a vigorous middle age. Goodbye.
Wow.
Did that hurt?
Well, yes, it did a bit.
That hurt's no good. I have it off.
Off?
It's draining all the strength from that side of your body. You'll do better without it.
Without it.
Do your eyes ever water?
All the time.
I have one nose out too. It doesn't matter which. You'll see better with the other.
Oh, yes, but...
I'll send a surgeon to you, and he can do both operations at once. I have one more question.
What?
Who's your doctor?
Why, Dr. Pergon.
Her gone? What a disaster! The worst doctor in Paris. With 2 exceptions.
And who are they?
An old fellow named Diophorus and his son. Do you know them?
Well, yes, I do.
Sorry to hear that. Oh, Diophorus isn't a doctor, he's a murderer, and his son's a half-wit. My last word to you as a Sunday morning have nothing to do with them, either as people or doctors. They be a menace to your health and happiness. And as you value your life, stop quiet. Here, in this room.
Now there's a doctor for you.
But you disapprove of doctors.
Oh, this one was different.
Well, yes. Where is Toinette?
Here I am, sir. Oh, you be quiet. How old did that doctor say he was?
80.
He's been trying to feel my pulse.
So what's wrong with that? That's what all doctors do.
He has his own ideas of where the pulse goes.
Brother, you should take heart. Remember what he promised you? A vigorous middle age, there'll be no holding you.
It's a fat chance I stand with one arm and one eye.
I wouldn't worry about that. That's unimportant.
Unimportant.
But when the surgeon comes, send him away.
Can I?
Of course. As long as you take his medicines and stop here in your room quietly for at least a week, well, I shall see to that.
But what about this marriage?
After what you've heard of old Diophorus and his son, well, I presume that's all.
Well, possibly. Dr. Pergon withdrawing his money makes a big difference. She'll have to be a nun.
A what?
A nun.
A nun?
A nun. My wife has wished it, and now she shall have it.
Your wife has wished it. For God's sake, why?
But that's no concern of yours. My wife has expressed a wish, and since my own plan has failed, that is good enough for me.
Really, this is too much. If there's one thing that infuriates me more than your infatuation for your doctors, well, it's your utter blindness about your wife.
Well, what's that?
I've always been to say it, now it's been said. The way you fall headlong into any trap that woman sets for you.
Oh no, Mr. Biron. She loves him. She adores him. Like 2 sweethearts.
Well said, Toinette. I didn't expect it from you. You are a good girl. And now, brother, if you won't believe it from me, perhaps you will believe it from her.
Indeed, I'll not. Not from her nor anyone.
But, monsieur, I can prove it.
Prove it? How?
Madame just came home a few minutes ago. She's coming up. You sure not? Lie right back in your bed and pretend you're dead. We shall all see how much she cares for you.
Well, pretend I'm dead. I don't like that idea at all.
Ah, when it comes to the point of proof, you're afraid to face it.
Indeed, I'm not.
Then do as Toinette suggests.
Come on, Mr. Aragon. Lie down. Monsieur Perrault, hide yourself back there. Excuse me.
Only for a few moments. The suspense might kill her.
Yes. Just a few minutes. Now lie down. She's coming.
There's no danger in pretending to be dead.
No. So lie down. Oh! What now?
Brother, and I really do wish that I were dead. The only person in the world that I was quite sure that loved me. And you heard.
Indeed I did.
Now I've got nobody.
Nonsense. You've got a brother.
And you hate me.
Indeed I don't.
You think I'm an old fool.
Now that's an entirely different thing.
But I don't want to be thought a fool.
Then you should be hated. And you've got 2 daughters.
And they both hate me.
Oh, no, Mr. Oregon. Little Louise is far too young to know whether she loves or hates. And my mistress Angelica loves you with all her heart.
Oh, you're only trying to comfort me.
No, I'm not. Mistress Angelica is coming up in a few minutes. I heard her. Lie down again, and you may hear something that may surprise you.
Now, brother, this is the biggest moment of your life. In a few minutes, you will become Dr. Argonne. I must go now and summon the faculty. And you must be alone for a few moments to prepare for your ordeal.
Ordeal!
My dear fellow, there can be no sort of achievement without some kind of ordeal. The ceremony, of course, will be in Latin.
Latin!
You must do your best.
No. I'll have to wait till I'm a doctor. I don't know which one to take. Why? Because non disputandum?
Yay!
Et quod erat demonstrandum?
Yay!
Opium is well known to omnibus as the cure for insomnibus.
Excelente! Excelente! Argon is intelligente! Vivat Argon! He knows all the doctor's jargon!
Answer why for gripes and fever, doctor's order, laxativa.
Why? Because non disputandum et quod erat demonstrandum. Enima et ministrare et imitica donare perditiva prescribere ergo virgo.
Jubilate! Vivat Argon!
What's more vile and bad odorum, boils of every categorum.
Ergo virgo.
Jubilate! Vivat Argon!
Answer now without erratum, why the learned facultatum recommends for diabolicus, collywobbles, and decalicus.
Ergo virgo.
Jubilate! Vivat Argon!
What for bunions, corns and calluses, dandruff, doldrums, and paralysis?
Measles, mumps, and laryngitis, rigor mortis, and sinusitis.
Ergo virgo.
Jubilate! Vivat Argon!
Non sanitiam! Viva medicina!
You may cure, you may bury him, but you get your honorarium.
Be known as general practitionarius on the medical registrarius.
Give him his hat of learning and his scholar's robe.
Mumbo!
No, Miss Doctor.
Quack, quack, quack. The ceremony is over, and your state has changed. No longer an imaginary invalid, but in your own right, Dr. Imaginaire.
Brother, Toinette, here, hey, what's all this? A great scholar. I congratulate you.
Dr. Father, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, my. Quickly, bring me pen and paper, pen and paper. Why, this is a pen. Oh, well. Oh, I must write myself out a prescription. I don't feel at all well.